The preparation never stops. The gear is more than enough. The money is not a problem at all, but you still haven't done anything different than a weekend ride. The reason is not what you think. Welcome back. I have been traveling by motorcycle for over 15 years, and during that time I have met hundreds of riders who dream and talk about specific destination but never actually go. And after a while I started to understand why. I have 6 different reasons to list here, so without further ado, let's begin. Number 1. The wrong picture. They watch hundreds of pictures and videos online, read forums, and starting compare themselves with experienced riders and build an image of what a trip should look like. But when their own reality doesn't match the picture, they feel unready. And if they continue like that, they never will be. The solution actually is very simple, and I cannot understand why many don't see it. Stop consuming other people's lives and work on yours. This immediately stop and remove the constant pressure built by comparing yourself with others. Plan and finally start the trip that you will make, not the one that you might make. If this is to ride around your own country with 90 km per hour only on the asphalt road, let it be. Adventure is a state of mind, and it has nothing to do with the motorcycle model, the speed you travel, or the road surface. Number 2. Fear of the unknown. Not the fear of crashing or a serious mechanical problem. The fear of being somewhere completely unfamiliar. A language you don't understand, a different religion, or completely unknown rules. The comfort zone is strong, and the further the destination, the stronger the resistance. But who told you that it has to be unknown? There is so much information nowadays. You just need to find it. And maybe the most important, find the right information. With a proper planning and preparation, you can learn more than enough to complete your trip with almost zero problems. Advice like if you want adventure travel, don't make any plans, usually comes from people who have never done anything different than a few days of local rides. Number 3. Overthinking the preparation. The motorcycle is never ready enough. Just a few more modifications before I go, maybe a new riding gear or more stuff that I might need. The preparation becomes the hobby itself. If this gives you a pleasure and you enjoy it, fine. But if the idea is to travel, seriously, stop it. You cannot be ready and predict everything that is ahead, unless you can see the future. You can try to predict some problems, and actually you should, but it cannot become a never-ending process. Remember, everything you do before the trip will help you during the trip. Once again, during the trip. Not always to stay in a situation before the trip. Number 4. Waiting for the perfect moment. The kids are too young, my job is too demanding, the savings are not enough, the political situation at the moment is not good. There is always a reason to wait. The perfect moment doesn't exist, but it is the most comfortable excuse. The problem is that the more you wait, the more difficult it will be. The comfort becomes a norm. The body shows some weaknesses and the priorities change. If you don't have plans to travel anymore, there is nothing wrong with this either. Just make it clear for yourself. On the other hand, if you still want to, no need to wait any longer. The past is gone. The future is not promised. The present is what really matters. Number 5. Wrong destination. You pick something too ambitious for your first trip. Mongolia, Africa, Patagonia, Central Asia, Australia. The logistics feel impossible. The cost explodes, and the plan dies before it even starts. Or the opposite, the destination is so boring that there is no real motivation to go. I remember many years ago, before I even started traveling, I was dreaming to make a round the world trip with a motorcycle. I even calculated everything. It would have been something like 45,000 euros and maybe a year or a little bit more travel time. I even had half of the money and I was planning to sell a property to have the rest. But then I realized that I might end up with something that I won't like, something that I haven't done before. So what was the guarantee that I would like it? None. As most of you know, riding a motorcycle and traveling with a motorcycle are two completely different things. You might like one, but completely dislike the second. Going on a long distance trip is even more different and definitely not for everyone. So I ended up seeing the world on different pieces and destinations, something that I can afford at that moment. This way of doing it gave me the chance to see more than 80 countries so far, always with pleasure and strong motivation. Consider this the best advice that I can give you on this topic. Number 6. Lack of will. Actually, this is number 1 reason and I should have started with it, but I left it last. Because anything else that I told you on this list leads to the most logical end. Lack of will. If you don't approach each one of these reasons seriously and realistically, you will end up with lack of motivation or will, whatever you want to call it. Knowledge and a proper preparation before the trip will help you see the possibilities or the lack of them in advance. This will actually determine what your next step should be. Once you build a certain system to follow, the rest is easy. I talked a lot about it in my online course Adventure Riding Without Illusions. For only a few hours you can gain the knowledge that it took me more than 15 years to learn. Link in the description below. If you recognize yourself in any of these 6 reasons, don't feel bad about it. Most riders go through the same thing. The difference is what you do next. Stop watching, stop buying, stop waiting, just go. I hope that this video will help you at least one person. Press like or dislike, whatever it deserves. If you subscribe, even better. Check the links below and see you in the next video. Ciao!